our respected school manager, Ratijo Chako Achin, our school principal, Lisa ma'am, our staff secretary, Manjunath sir, dear teachers, good afternoon. Hope you all understood what is art integration and how could implement it in our classroom through various sessions. So, what is art integrated learning? Art integrated learning. Art integrated learning, it is a creative, constructive method of education where the child is able to demonstrate what he has understood through various art forms. So the child is able to demonstrate what he has understood through art forms. So why we use art here, or why we should integrate art into our education? So here, art is used as a pedagogical tool. It is used as a teaching tool. Because art is something that places our senses and art makes our learning joyful. So we should integrate art into our education. That's why, as Rabindranath Tagore said, the Nobel Prize laureate said, I understand more about this universe through my songs. And also Albert Einstein, theoretical physicist, education is what remains after one has forgotten, one has learned in the school, and that is real education. So here we are connecting art into the immediate environment that brings out diverse perspectives, enriching the learning process and enable the students to observe, explore and think and learn without any constraints. Okay? So it is not merely an art education. It is not an art education. The process is actually what is assessed, not the outcome. That is, we are assigning marks to the process only, not the product. Okay. Because it is meant to be a joyful process. That's why we are assessing the process only, not the product. Then, how should we implement this in our classroom? Let me explain. As per a new CBSE circular, art integrated projects are mandatory from 2020-21 in all subject as subject enrichment activity, which should be considered for internal assessment. But in the case of class 1 to 8, this art integrated project should be of transdisciplinary nature. That is, class 1 to 8 need to create one project every year, not limited to any one subject. The project work can include more than one subject, that is correlation. So all subjects are interdependent upon each other. And there are a number of facts and principles which are common to various subjects. For example, science is probably incomplete with mathematics. Mathematics has been given a sound footing to scientific laws. So we can correlate some science topics like gas laws with mathematic portions, like we can correlate this gas laws subject with the mathematics portion, inverse ratio. And from science, mechanics and light portion can be correlated with the mathematics portion, that is trigonometrical ratio. Then the study about soil, climate, distribution of plants, animals, etc. bring science and geography together. This is correlation. The next one, history of scientific inventions, discoveries, technological development, industrial revolution are some of the areas that can be correlated, science portion correlated with the history. Then, through this project, the child is able to appreciate and organize different pieces of knowledge into a well-ordered system. So, teachers help the student to select a particular topic and decide whether the topics are correlated or not. Okay? Then, of art integrated learning is to make students aware of the vast and diverse Indian art and culture. CBSE students need to integrate their project with some kind of art form. So teachers will need to facilitate the learning of this art form and ensure that the students are able to creatively integrate the art forms being used in their project. Then CBSE students of class 1 to 10 have to pick minimum one art integrated project that includes the art form of the paired Indian state or union territory as defined under Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. Our pair state is Uttarakhand. So then the students are able to apply their knowledge in the real situation and promote reflection, critical thinking, creativity, initiation, self-direction and other 21st century skills among students. So how could we proceed? Or what would be our role? Subject teachers along with art teachers must plan and discuss the project in advance. So subject teachers along with art teacher must plan and discuss the project in advance. Second, give proper guidance to students. Give proper guidance to students. Teachers facilitate the exploration of research on the topics to give students hands-on experience. Focus should be given on research of new topics that are not yet taken up in the classroom and the project should be simple. Prepare criteria along with rubrics for assessment. Then students must be informed about the criteria decided for the assessment along with the maximum mark before commencement of work on the project, and assessment techniques should be relevant and age appropriate. So while assessing our students' performance, appreciate every child, recognize their efforts, assess the process, not only the product. Then provide constructive, continuous feedback to students. Give qualitative and encouraging remarks. Then give equal opportunity to all students. Display original, unedited artwork of every child. Ask open-ended questions that give them the space for writing, talking, drawing and creating. Respect the pace of the learner and be flexible with the timing and provide opportunity to those who are still in the process of completing their activity. Do not comment on the artistic quality of the representation. Do not compare artwork of one student with another. Do not arrive to the classroom with preconceived notions. So, how we can prepare rubrics for assessment? This is just an example only. Maximum mark for project is 5. Then you can fix certain criteria based on their topic, based on their age and all. Then criteria along with rubrics can be devised collectively by teachers and students by planning the project. Here are examples for some criteria. First one is topic relevant. Second one is whether the topic is relevant. Then the second one is objective based. That is, the project is objective based. Then originality, imagination, creativity, understanding and application. So these understanding and application of art forms, with effort and participation, completeness of the project, adequate planning, then we give marks based on these criteria. These are the certain criteria for giving marks under. Okay. Then, steps for carrying out this project. Step 1 is selection of a topic or theme, drawing upon the previous knowledge of students. So in this step, activate prior knowledge of students through questions or brainstorming. This will help the students to be better learners, and this will help the learners to use what they already know to arrive at new understanding. So based on interaction, teacher will extract information on the past learning experiences of students and then select one topic or theme for an activity or project. Okay. Then second one. So in this step we select one topic based on their previous knowledge. After testing their previous knowledge and all, we select one topic. Then the second one is providing creative inquiry opportunities for hands-on learning to students. That is in this step. Then what do you mean by inquiry-based learning? Inquiry-based learning. The inquiry-based learning places the student at the center of the knowledge, discovery and construction process. So, keeping in mind this, teachers provide opportunities to students and real life situation must be provided for students to learn in divergent ways. So, the second one is this step means just to provide real life situation or any other opportunities for the students to learn. Okay, then the third step is reflection on the new learning of the subject using an art form by student. That is where the project what students have learned, how they learned it and what it means to them. This all are in the that is reflection on the new learning of the subject using an art form by students. And the last step is the step 4, assessment of students for subject and art involved. To understand their own and peers' work as part of learning experience, revision opportunities for the improvement of work done by students should be given and it must be assessed whether it has enhanced and facilitated learning experience. This assess the art and the subject here in this step. This art integrated learning can be implemented in classroom through the two main components. The first one is ice-breaking activity and the second one is transdisciplinary projects for cohesive understanding. What do you mean by ice-breaking activity? Warm-up activity, ice-breaking activity.
Clapping with fingers.
As part of ice-breaking activity, for example, a maths teacher who is about to teach about the portion chapter circle, play a video or show a picture of Rajasthani folk dance. Then ask for volunteers to perform and others to observe the symmetry, pattern and concentric circles. Like that, just an example for ice-break activity. So these are the two main components for implementing the art integrated learning. The first one is ice-breaking activity and the second one is transdisciplinary projects for cohesive understanding. So the subject teachers select the topic or concept or idea that you want to teach through integration of art. The first step is this. Then the teacher can do this in collaboration with his art teacher. Then you align the pedagogy. Next you explore the topic or concept or idea. Ensure active learning promoted by meaningful integration of art. And finally you should prepare a rubric to assess the impact of art integrated learning. Okay. And the project, divide the entire class into 3 or 4 groups and each group with 4 or 5 students. Like that you divide the group and give duties to each student in a particular group. Now let us discuss about the various suggested activities that can be used as teaching tool in our classroom. First one, art exhibition. Art exhibition means just preparing for and holding an art exhibition. First one. Then role play. Students incorporate drama, games, simulations, demonstration of ideas related to the topic under study. Then third one is video making, photography, web design, slideshow, PowerPoints. So printing their own photograph, planning their own storyboard, using their own script, performing and shooting their own films, designing web page, having their own news channel are very fascinating. So video making. Then the next one is designing through Photoshop and other apps. This will help the students to imbibe original and creative thinking. Then they can create calendars, brochures, story related to study topic and all. Next, visit to historical places, documenting visit through poetry, narratives, story, photograph, sketching, sculpture or clay modeling, dance performance or choreography, creating art reservoir from recycled waste, jewelry making, paper quilling, beadwork, using grains for creating designs, free talks, songs and lyrics creation, collage, poster making, craft, cartoons and comics, wood and metal work. These all are the various suggested activities. Dance forms of Karnataka. Dollu, Yakshagana dance, Veeragasa dance, Bhailata dance, then fairs and festivals, Dasara, Hampi festival, Pongal, Ugadi, Magar Sankranti. Then art forms, stone carving, doll making, important art forms, Mysore painting, ivory carving. These are the recommended art forms. Then traditional dress, lungi shirt, angavastra, Kanchipuram or Mysore silk sarees, like that. Then traditional food, bele bag. Then we compare this with the Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand dance forms. First one is Cholia. Cholia, it is a sword dance. Cholia, sword dance, accompanying Cholia dance. Then Chora dance, that is folk dance. Lankvir Nritya, traditional dance. Ramola dance, like that, dances. Then fairs and festival, Ganga Dasara, Nanda Devi fair, Uttarayani fair, like that. Then art forms, wood carving, paintings, art forms, paintings, these are paintings of Uttarakhand, paintings, jewelry making, Uttarakhand, art forms. Then traditional dress, sari, kurta, pajamas, gabra with blouse. Then traditional food, madhve roti, kulad ki dal, rajma, bal khai. These are the traditional foods Uttarakhand. Okay. So I given all these topics. And last, how would we prepare our pages? Page set. Total pages, minimum 25 pages, maximum 8 to 10 pages. So first one is cover page. Any doubts, sir? Cover page. Design the cover page. Mention the subject, class, school name, and it should be handwritten. Not use any printed material. Okay, the first one is cover page. Then leave one page. Just leave one page. Then list out the group members' name. List out the group members' name. Then third one is acknowledgement. Like a teacher's name, name of our school head, our teacher's name, librarian, helping members, computer teacher name, our parents' name, and like. You have to prepare an exhaustive list of people whom you want to tag. And use attractive phrases like, I would like to express my request appreciation to my teachers for the valuable suggestion, and address is the format. Then the next one is declaration. Declaration means stating that this work is authentic. That is, we, the members of this group, mention the group name, hereby declare that this project work as a record of authentic work carried out by us during the period, mention the period 2020-21. We have done this to fulfill the aims of art and creative learning as pursued by the CBSE. We have done a collaborative work on the topic name mentioned under the guidance of our teachers based on art-oriented research work. Here also mention the group members' name. Then the fifth one is topic. Mention the topic. Sixth one, objectives. There are two types. There are two objectives. First one is general objective, and the second one is general objectives, and the second one is specific objectives. General objectives means to experience using art as medium of learning to appreciate the cultural heritage of India, to develop sensitivity towards our environment, to develop communication and critical thinking skills, to engage in collaborative learning. Like this general objectives, and the other one is specific objectives, that is based on your topic, shortlist some main objectives. Okay, specific objectives. Then table of contents. For example, introduction, page number 1 to 2. Then methodology, page number 3 to 4. Conclusion, 5 to 6. Reference, page number 6 or 7. Like that. Then introduction. Put page numbers from here. Introduction. Then prepare an introduction related to your topic. Just introduce your topic. Explain the purpose of your topic. Outline the main points. Specify the art form also here. And prepare an introduction related to the art form also. Then second one is methodology. Methodology means in this we will discussing about the activities and explaining how these activities are related and how these topics are related to the selected art form. Specify the activities also here in this session. Methodology. Specify the art form. Specify how it related with our subject. Like that. Then the last conclusion. After the conclusion, actually we restate your project topic. Here we restate your project topic, summarize the main points, then mention the significance of the topic here, then conclude your thoughts. Let me share with you a conclusion. It was a wonderful experience for us while working on the project. The project took us through the various phases of project development and gave us a real insight into the topic. The joy of work and the thrill involved while tackling the various problems and challenges gave us a feel of inner development. We enjoyed each and every bit of work we put into the project. Just a model about it. Then the last one is bibliography, that is reference citation. Here textbook name, chapter, author, page number mentioned. The name of other books you have referred with name of the author, page number. Then link of the videos, PDF downloaded title. Then encyclopedia, title, page number, dictionary page number, any other sources that you are referred. So that's all about arranging your art integrated learning project file. Then after the lunch break, we can have the discussion based on different topics from our textbook. Okay, thank you.